swing things over to the East, man. This is a topic that Dez personally wants to talk about, man. We got Giannis and his him getting reactivated. He reactivated another injury as well. He got injured. He's out for about a month, I believe, about 4 to 6 weeks. But he also drew signs during that game of disinterest of being on the court. And Dez got a few choice words for Giannis, man. I'm gonna let you go ahead and take off.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of how Giannis has been performing in these last couple games before his injury. I think he's quitting on his team, and it's kind of sad to see. We've never seen this from Giannis. I know we talked about it a little bit. You know, like the media kind of portrays certain guys as like good guys or bad guys, and we've always known Giannis as one of those good guys. You know, people don't really see any wrong with Giannis, but the past couple games, man, Giannis barely been shooting the ball. You know, getting 10 shot attempts or something like that. Like they need Giannis to be that dominant force for them to compete in any game. And in the few games I did watch, Giannis was just lackluster. Like he just was cruising pretty much. Possessions where he wasn't even getting up and down the court. So I just feel like that's a sign of you quitting on your team, and then he would go in the press and say the team isn't good or such and such did this, did that. So I just feel like Giannis is kind of putting a bad image for himself right now, and I just feel like he's a pivotal player in this league, and I just feel like he's somebody that like people look up to and look after. So it's like you can't be out here moving like you quitting on your team or you don't care about what the team is doing. So I don't really know what Milwaukee gonna do. I personally don't feel like this injury he just had is a real injury because like from what I was seeing, it just like seemed like he just went down and was like, I really don't want to play with y'all no more. Like, and then all of a sudden y'all for 4 to 6 weeks. So I don't know.
Which is it's kind
I
of
don't
real
know.
contradictory too, Diz, because Giannis always had those moments where he'd get in the media as well and be like, "Nah, yeah, I'm sticking with my roster and with this team and the organization." But like you said, the level of play, like he'd get out there like he don't get no fuck, G. Like
At all, man. And we know Giannis can easily go off for 20,
every
30.
night.
You know what I'm saying, every night, like easily. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when you're not doing those type of things, I feel like it's alarming.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's reports saying that he has a calf strain. He's been out. He's going to be out for 4 to 6 weeks. You know, them calf strains been they've been very notorious recently with a lot of our superstars in the league where they have calf strains and they go out there and they kind of push themselves past the limit than they should, and they end up having rupturing their Achilles or whatnot. So maybe he's just taking his time. He's just gonna take his time. They already asked. There's no point in him forcing shit because they might not even make a run for the playoffs at all this season. But yeah, I'm not 100% sure what's going on with Giannis, bro. Because I was talking to y'all before the pod. I'm gonna just bring it up now. I feel like the media is allowing him to get away with calling out his teammates just a tad bit too much. I feel like it's a little bit too much crying going on with him because he also created this environment, in my opinion. Like you went out there, you told the team what you wanted. They got the players that you wanted. They went out and got Dame. That shit didn't work out. Y'all niggas wasn't hooping together. Then that shit didn't end up working out. Unfortunate injury, yeah, unfortunate injury. I'm sorry, but they did a lot of the shit that you told them to do. And now that they're in this situation that your quote unquote GM moves as a player didn't work out. Now the team asks it's because you wanted this. Like this is what it is. We've been telling you, Giannis, you should have left. But you got the championship. You want to stay. You want to be a part of them Dirks, them Kobe's, them all those. Like you got to just shut up and bite the bullet. Sometimes it feel like I don't know. That's just me though. That might be a hot take. I know a lot of people saying like they excusing his behavior, but that crybaby shit with me, that shit don't fly. I don't like that shit, bro. You steady throwing niggas under the table. You got motherfucking young stars on your team. I ain't gonna say stars, but young players on your team that clearly show that they want to make improvements and they want to be better players. So I don't know. What you got to say though, Jay, before we move on?
I feel like Giannis set himself up the same way Dame did years ago, where you talk about other guys moving teams and exercise, and they freedom to go where they want to be. And now he's stuck there because after all these years of talking shit about James Harden and KD and guys who gonna leave a team when the team not really doing what they need them to do, you kind of stuck there. Like he can't, and I feel like that's why he throwing these little these slight crybaby like little fits or whatnot because he know he can't come out and just outright say I don't want to be here no
yeah,
more because you
Mm-hmm.
didn't talk shit all these years. You know what I mean? So now he got to just deal with it. And I feel like when you can't fully express what you feeling, that's how we get the Giannis that we got currently because
yeah,
if he can't fully express and say I want to get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
he set himself up in that way. I do think with having to overexert himself, because I know last month or started this month he putting on some games. You know what I mean? He was putting up some numbers, and then that just stopped. But I feel like he probably hurt himself in that run. Uh, I don't think he's like faking an injury or nothing like that. But it just ain't the same Giannis that we know. We've come to expect. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
Play
Yeah.
to play devil's advocate, Reese. I will say, like, even though the Dame situation didn't work out, I felt like the Bucks were kind of like certain teams where it comes to not making moves quick enough. Like, yes, we won a championship, and Brooke and Bobby and Chris Middleton, Drew Holiday, all these guys, they look well, but we waiting until Brooke has 50 and can't move no more to finally get him off the roster. You feel me? Like,
Yeah.
got a generational talent in Giannis, so we have to move with the times. And although Dame didn't work out, I feel like the organization and the GM didn't do a proper job of consistently like building that team and making them a playoff contender for real after
Mhm.
the championship. Honestly,
Yeah.
because once Boston assembled that team, Bucks didn't do anything outside of getting Dame and keeping the same old niggas that they had for real.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did. They did hold on. They did the same thing we talked about in the buyers and sellers video, which is dropping. They held on to pieces and that too long. They didn't want to pull the trigger on the championship roster. They had that I guess that still that love for that roster, that love for that core starting five for a little too long, and then they ended up tanking their value, and now they got trade pieces that just they just got players that just don't fit around Giannis. That's not a good team around Giannis, and I think that's where his frustration comes from. Is that it's not that all of the players are necessarily ass. It's just they're ass for his system, like his
Yeah.
his heliocentric system he likes to run, which is perfectly fine because he's like one of the probably the greatest power forward of our generation, at least in this era, in these 2010s era, so 2020s
You
era, I
need to
should say.
figure that shit out though, man. Because I need you, Giannis. I got you on my fantasy team, so I need you, man. There's real paper on the line, and you fucking around, bro. Come on, man.
I ain't even know. I forgot you had Giannis weak ass. Hey, he out for a month. Shit, I got Jokic. That nigga out for a couple months. Yeah, we in the same boat right now. We can go ahead and move on though.